Did you know you can turn your small form Monstera into a large form? Hello everyone and welcome to The Mess. My name is Jake, also known as Plant Gay for Life. Check out this mess right here, this absolute tree. This here is one of my only Monsteras in my collection. This is a variegated Monstera, also known as Monstera Albo, also known as Monstera borsigiana, also known as Monstera deliciosa variation borsigiana. It's got a lot of weird names. Quick little story about the whole borsigiana versus deliciosa, guys. Essentially, according to science, they are the same species, even though they are clearly two different forms. Personally, I don't understand how they're not two different species because they don't grow the same. The small form, which is the borsigiana, it doesn't get as big as the large form deliciosa. They get about this big, maybe a little bit bigger. This is kind of as big as they get, at least from what I've seen. Maybe there's some out there that are getting a little bit bigger, but they can get pretty big. People think they stay kind of small, but they can get pretty big. Now, they are the same species according to science. You know, Mother Nature plays by her own rules and we're just trying to figure it all out. But they used to be considered a different species, and now borsigiana is kind of like an outdated synonym, if you will, or like a variation. So it's like Monstera deliciosa var borsigiana. But at the end of the day, this is Monstera deliciosa, and it's just the small form. Most Albo Monsteras, most variegated Monsteras on the market are the quote-unquote small form, the quote-unquote borsigiana. There are some large form variegated deliciosas out there, but they go for a lot more money. But this one is the most common one. You can get them for a pretty reasonable price these days. You know, not for this size, but for like a cutting or a rooted plant, you know, a small rooted plant with a couple of leaves. But most people don't grow them that big, or when they grow them on like a moss pole, they tend to get really leggy and they put out maybe leaves, I don't know, the size of like your palm or your hand or whatever, maybe like that big. And they're just kind of, you know, they're cute, they're pretty, you know, whatever, and the variegation's nice, but they don't get that big. And I want to show you guys how you can literally turn your small form into a large form, like that. Because I freaking did it. I did it. Now, disclaimer, guys. You can't turn a borsigiana small form into an actual deliciosa large form. But you can get it pretty dang close. You can get those inner fenestrations. Inner fenestrations meaning those holes in the middle of the leaves right there. Don't mind this. Sorry excuse for a variegated leaf. This is the newest leaf right there, and this side of the plant doesn't have a whole lot of variegation, so yeah, that's the newest leaf, but we're just gonna not focus on that. In fact, we're gonna hide this leaf because we like to hide our imperfections in this household, so we're gonna show that leaf. That's a nice leaf right there. Now, guys, I'm gonna be honest. The leaves on top have gotten a little bit smaller. One, because of lighting. We've gone into the winter time, so the lighting has gone down a little bit, but these leaves came out in the summertime where the humidity was a little bit higher, the sunlight coming from the window was a little bit stronger, and look how big this leaf is. Like, oh my god. Like, it's hard to like fully fit it in frame, but that's literally how big it is. Oh my god. And then this might be the most beautiful leaf. This one right here, it's guys, it's hiding underneath the canopy. Oh, ooh. Is that the thumbnail? Is that... Quick break for a thumbnail. Okay, we're done. So guys, let's get into how I got my little Monstera to get this freaking big, because I'm sure you want yours to get this big too, right? Right, people? Okay, let's get into it. First things first, you need to give it something to climb. You can't just prop it up against your wall or something. You gotta give it something to root into. You need to allow that root system to get bigger. Whether that means expanding the pot, which the pot definitely needs to increase in size, guys. It's long overdue. That's probably another reason why it's gotten a little stunted in growth at the top. So that's on me. It's also dried up a lot. As you can see, the older leaves down there, yeah, a little bit Doritified. It lost one of its oldest leaves. It has not lost a single leaf since I got it, except for one, like a week or two ago. And yeah, that's just from drying out too much. But yeah, do you see all that crispiness? So yeah, that just kind of ruins the aesthetic of the plant. So yeah, we don't want that. Also, it becomes more susceptible to pest outbreaks, so we have some scars. Like under this leaf, you see on the white there some scars of that might have been thrip damage. Monsteras are pretty susceptible to thrips if they are under stress, so if you leave them underwater for a long period of time, I noticed they can be susceptible to thrips. Also, scale and mealybugs, people have issues with. I don't have issues with those, but other people can. But you need to allow that root system to expand so that the plant can expand. You know, the root system can't stay this big and the plant just get bigger and better. The plant can't grow, guys, if the root system doesn't grow. You feel me? Okay, so first rule, the root system has to get bigger. So you need a moss pole that's going to allow the root system to get bigger. I recommend one of these transparent moss poles that keeps the moisture in, and then you just put a little cup, guys, with a little hole at the bottom. Just poke a little hole in it, put that on top, you water it, and then it very slowly drips water and waters the moss pole. And then it's good. You do that once or twice a week and it's good. And these are very succulent roots. They don't have to stay wet all the time. There's some dried up roots in here, but it's fine. There's new white roots in there, so it's good. You're good. It's reached the top of the pole, so we are going to, it just fell out. We are going to extend the pole at the end of this video. Okay, second thing, light. Guys, Monsteras are one of those houseplants, one of those aeroids that people say, oh, just stick it in a corner. It doesn't need a lot of light. It can handle low light in your home and it'll be just fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll survive. It'll put out those little lily pad leaves. And you guys know what I'm talking about, those little lily pad leaves. It's not gonna put out these leaves. I've seen Monsteras growing in part to near full sun. I saw a living wall of just big, beautiful Monsteras just fenestrating just all the way up to the high heavens. And they were growing in basically direct sunlight. The only shade they were getting is the shade they were giving themselves. So they do like a lot of light. And we'll probably see some of these in Colombia. And if we do, I will show you guys what kind of light they're getting and everything, but they need a lot of light, guys. You want to give them at least 500 foot candles. Like in my windowsill, they're getting light from the north facing windowsill, so that's ambient indirect light. That's about 300 to 500 foot candles, and then they're getting a strong grow light up top. So they're getting anywhere from like 800 to like 1500 foot candles. Like right at the top, he's probably getting like 1500 or more foot candles. And you can actually see that he gets a little bit bleached, like right there. Do you see how he's a little bit lighter in color? He's getting a little bit bleached. That means he's getting just a little too much light, but that's fine. He's not getting burnt, just a little bit bleached. Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, like right, do you see like right there? Yeah, a little bit bleached right there. So 1,500 foot candles, 2,000 foot candles is kind of the limit for this guy apparently. But yeah, so he's getting very, very bright light on top, and then he's getting like 700, 800 foot candles like towards the sides. And if you actually look, he's facing this way towards the room, but if I turn him around, these leaves have actually faced the window. They're faced the window where the light source is, where the sunlight's coming. So you gotta give it a lot of light, guys. Give it a nice, strong, big, like a, Jake, what are you trying to say? Big grow light. What does that mean? It means a grow light that isn't narrow. Like, you know those Soltech grow lights that are like really narrow? You need one that gives you like a lot of broad light beam. Yeah, that's real science. That's scientified language for you. You don't want like just a grow light right here. Because if this leaf is getting all the sunlight, but then this leaf is not getting any light, then what's the point? This leaf might actually fall off. You know, so you want a nice bright light on top, or a nice sunny room, so that all these leaves can photosynthesize. So that not just these leaves can capture light, but also these leaves can capture light, capture energy. The more that these leaves can do for the plant, the more the plant will grow. The bigger the plant will get, the faster the plant will grow. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? Fertilizer. Guys, plants that grow big are gonna be heavy feeders. Even epiphytes, okay? These are hemi-epiphytes, so they will start in the ground, they will climb their way up a tree, as you can see. Monsteras, actually, they can live their whole life on the ground. They can grow as terrestrial plants, they can grow as lithophytes, hemi-epiphytes, meaning partially in the ground, partially up a tree. But I have seen photos of them growing as like bushes, just big ol' bushes. So these roots, do you see these guys, do you see this madness right here? This is looking for nutrients. This is looking for the leaf litter on the ground. That's where all the nutrients is. That's where the dinner table is set for these guys, because you can't just get big leaves like this without some protein, you know what I'm saying? So you need to give these guys some good nutrients. I use orchid fertilizer for all my plants. It's called Better Grow, Better Bloom. I get it off Amazon. I believe it's in my Amazon link, which I sometimes leave in the description below, but honestly guys, like, it's the Amazon link and I make no money off of it. So I kind of just like, if I remember to put it in there, I'll put it in there, but I don't know. It's just kind of like a little futile thing at this point, but yeah, it's called Better Grow, Better Bloom. Maybe for this video, I'll put the link down there so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, you guys, like, you don't have to use that particular fertilizer, but just use fertilizer. And listen, guys, don't fertilize once a month. Fertilize with every single watering. Do you understand? Every single watering, guys. Every single watering. Now, you'll have to dilute it. You don't want to over-fertilize it. So, if the fertilization thingamajig on the back, the instructions say fertilize this much once a month or whatever, dilute that. So, divide that up into 4, but do it every single watering, you know? Mix that up into mix it up into a gallon jug, and you're good to go, okay? You just go around, water your plants, water your moss poles, and you're good to go, baby, okay? So we got the moss pole, okay? There. We got light. We got feed. Okay, what else? Humidity? You don't need humidity, guys. No. You know what? No, you don't need... It helps, but he's growing in 33% humidity, okay? So no, you don't need high humidity for big Monstera. Oh my God, he almost just fell over and I totally almost just destroyed him. But you don't need high humidity to grow big Monstera deliciosa, okay? Or Borsigiana, really big, okay? And yeah, just keep on top of pests. You know, I mix, oh, wait, hold on, guys. Oh, shit. I just spilled all my fertilizer water everywhere, all over my rug, but I'll deal with that later. Well, now my rug is fertilized, okay. The rug is blue, the fertilizer water is blue, it's fine. And now the couch is blue. I use this, I've been using it recently. It got rid of my fungus gnats, guys. Well, most of them. I had a really bad outbreak and now they're back to a manageable level. I only see like 1 or 2. But before I was seeing them like all over the place. But this is supposedly a systemic for spider mites. You can also spray the leaves for spider mites, thrips, white flies, aphids, just like everything. So yeah, so just spray your plants and water your plants and put this in your concoction. You can also use Silica Blast to strengthen your plants, make them tougher. And to make your plants tougher against any fungal outbreaks, use Phizan. The orchid people use this, and if the orchid people use this, then you know it's some good stuff, guys. Okay, that's all I can say. Orchids are not the easiest thing to care for. They're very slow to grow. Yeah, if the orchid people recommend it, then you should probably use it. And that's really all I do, guys. So now for the rest of this video, we are going to extend the moss pole. So I'll kind of take you along through that. Let's migrate over here to the other mess. Ugh! Ah! Look at this. Look at this mess. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna repot him in this video, but eventually, guys, I'm gonna have to repot him. Maybe that'll be a different video. Oh boy. So here is, oh my god. He's ready for Jack and the beanstalk. What? He's a beanstalk ready for Jack to climb up and go meet there's giants up in the beanstalk. Why does Jack go up the beanstalk? He goes up the beanstalk, there's like a giant or a troll up there. And it's like, what, a pot of gold or something? I don't know. Anyway, so this is what I use. I don't know what the name brand is, guys. I think you can get these off Amazon or something, or I don't know. And yeah, you just stuff all the moss in there. Some of them open from the back, like this one, and then some of them open from the front. I will recommend getting ones that open in the front because then you can take it out a lot easier. That's one thing that I noticed, and you can reuse these. Otherwise, you have to like cut into this and you can't reuse it. But yeah, if you can, get the ones that open in the front. That's one thing I will say. But guys, we are going to extend this mother trucker's moss pole because I want him to be like a big tree. Like, I don't want to chop him right now. I want him just to get big. I don't want to deal with his nonsense and rerooting him or anything. So wait, let's add a little bit of moss at the top here, and then what am I doing with my life? Oh wait, okay, so I need a stick. I need a stick, guys, to combine the two, right? Or is that just gonna ruin everything? No, that'll be fine. Okay, all right, okay, there we go. Okay, now just, okay. No, gotta put it in this, gotta put it in, I'm trying to put it in so it's like it matches up just like perfectly with the, guys, do you see how like I want it to match up perfectly with this thing? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, let me take a look-see. Okay. Now, because I created some air pockets, which is fine for a Monstera, but you know, we can take some of this stuff off the top because I need to put the cup, guys. I need to put the cup in there. I'll take some of that off. Can I have like stuff some in here at the bottom? Guys, as of right now, we are 3 weeks out from the Colombia trip, and I'm having a dilemma. Ooh. I'm trying to figure out, like, do I, oh, hey guys. I'm trying to figure out, like, do I, like, part of me, the artiste in me wants to, because we're making a documentary. The artiste in me wants to release the documentary, like a cinematic documentary, one and done. But like that's not gonna make money, as much money. So then there's the other part of me that like wants to release it like in parts, like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So I'm trying to figure out, and like, do I release like a bonus feature? Do I release how do I release the content like in the order that makes sense for you guys to consume and all that. You know, because there's just gonna be so much, guys. I can't wait. I can't take it. Now, as you can see, this looks great, but do you see how it's like squiggly? So what we need is some of those things. What are those things called? Zip ties. Zip ties. And we're going to take the zip tie. I don't know. Can I show you guys? I don't know if I can show you. I'll try to show you on the side here. Or do I show you on the side here? Like, can you see? Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Well, anyway, Anyway, I'm going to zip tie these things together. I think you guys get what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna what I'm gonna do first, I'm going to bend them like this so that they're easier to kind of weave through the moss and that they come out. Here's one. You can't see it, but you could hear it. Okay. All right. Guys, do you see that? Do you see where the zip ties are? Right there and right there. Oh God, what a freaking sorry excuse for a video. But do you get what I'm doing? I zip tied the fronts together where the openings are. So now, if I show you the side, look, now it's stable. It's not squiggling anymore. So now, where'd the cup go? Where's my cup? Where's my cup? Ugh. Where's the cup, guys? Where's the freaking cup? Oh, here it is. Okay, so let me show you. So here's the cup. We'll put that up there. And where? Oh, here it is. Do you see the water coming out? See it coming out there? It's taking a little piss. And that's gonna water the moss pole. Now, moss is a little hydrophobic in the beginning, so sometimes it drips a little bit. So you don't wanna wait till the moss is totally bone dry. Ideally, you want to start watering the moss pole when it starts to get a little bit dry, but it's not bone dry. So that way it won't start like trickling off of the edges and stuff, and it won't, get onto your floor or onto your windowsill or whatever. But it's already starting to stop dripping off the sides, and I can already see it going all the way down. So yeah, it's making a little whirlpool. This is great. So let's just see what this guy looks like. I mean, he looks the same. Oh my gosh. When these guys get mature, and there's another thing. When these guys have enough light, they don't grow super elongated at the stems. The internodal spacing gets more compact because it's not stretching for more light, guys. When they get long like that, they're stretching, looking for more light in the rainforest. That's what they're doing. So when they grow super compact, like this guy, and it stayed on this moss pole for probably like a year, that's a good thing. It means it's getting a lot of light, so it's getting really, really compact. That's what happens when they get really mature, is because they are not looking for more light. They're like, okay, we found the light. We don't have to stretch. We can pop a squat and put our leaves out, okay? And he's almost out, but I'm probably gonna have to water this a few times just because this was bone dry. Because this moss pole was just sitting here for a few days because it took me so long to finally have the time to make this video. I'm lying, not have the time, just have the mental capacity to make this video. Because I'll hit record and then I'm like, ew, I don't like the way I look in the video, or like I won't be feeling good. I'm like, I don't have the physical stamina to make a video, or I don't know, just something will be, there'll be some excuse. You just have to go with it, guys. You just have to do it. I've been getting into shape for Colombia because I want to do a lot of hiking. Every single day is going to be hours and hours and hours of hiking, hours and hours and hours of recording, videography, photography, vlogging, documenting, all that stuff for you guys. So I want to be in the best shape as possible for that. And just in life, I just want to get in better shape. I'm just tired of like covering my mirror. I'm tired of like being ashamed of what I look like and being embarrassed of what I look like. And, you know, I want to be able to go take off my shirt and go for a swim and not feel like, you know, I have to like hide myself. Like, we're born naked. Why do we have to feel ashamed of what we look like, guys? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'll talk more about that in a repod and real chat. Yeah. Oh, by the way, in the poll, the one that won, I put a poll on Instagram. The one that won was oh wait, which one won? I already forgot. It was days ago. Shoot. What was it? Where am I? Who are you? What is this? What was it? Oh! Choosing between my two passions. Or no, do I have to choose between two passions? Plants, i.e. being a YouTuber, or music, you know, putting out music. Can I do both, or do I have to choose between two? Because I found that both have collided with each other. And when I tried to do both, they've kind of, you know, both end up suffering, and I can't really do both at the same time. So yeah, I'm gonna talk more about that in the next Repot and Real Chat. That'll probably be the next video. But yeah, this has been Jake, also known as Plant Gay for Life. I'm literally in the jungle right now. Jungle in front of me, jungle behind me, to the sides. Hey, Hester, how you doing? Look at this guy. He's putting out a new leaf. Are you putting out a flower? Okay. The Cupula Spathum, guys, he's putting out a flower. This will be the second time he's ever put out a flower. They put out pink flowers. And I really, really hope that he actually puts it out and it doesn't like dry up. Sometimes it looks like they're gonna put out a flower and it dries up. I really, really hope so. Because I mean, look at this guy. Look how big and beautiful he is. And he's got such beautiful flowers. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, let me know how you grow your Monsteras. Let me know how big yours is. Let me know if you have a large form variegated one. Maybe one of you out there does. If you have the yellow variegated, if you have, you know, like the mints are really popular now. There's a lot of like wacky variegated Monsteras on the market these days. Isn't there one called like the Ocean or something? There's one called like there's the Devil Monster. I made a video on that. We don't have to talk about that. But yeah, there's a lot of wacky ones out there, a lot of weird ones. So yeah, let's talk about that in the comments too. Yeah, I'm all for it. All right, guys, I'm out. I'll see you in the comments section. Guys, I totally forgot. I'm sorry. And I planned on doing this, but I didn't do it on camera. Cut these off. Cut them off. You knew I was gonna do it, but just for like the one or two of you that thought I wasn't gonna do it, oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god. Everything is just falling apart. Okay, we're done. We're done. Oh, wait, nope, not yet. Come on. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. All right. I'll see you down below in the comments.